Did you ever have a chick want to hold your dick when you peed? One of my ex-girlfriends, she requested. She's like, can I hold it while you pee and like aim it? I was like, sure, I guess. And I was like, go for it. I let her grab that shit and she like,
oh my God, can I keep this in the show, please?
Please do.
And here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Everyone, welcome to episode 132 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
So what?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
On the other end is... And we are...
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Feels good. Feels good. 132 weeks of Insensitive Culture, and it's not stopping anytime
132 weeks.
It's crazy, right?
It's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Minus the weeks
you say it that way.
Minus the weeks that we've missed, right? The few weeks that we missed.
Yeah, that's
so really
true.
probably like 143, 142 we've been at this.
I don't think we missed that much.
I haven't missed that many. No.
133.
Literally, we've
a week.
probably skipped like 3 weeks.
Yeah, no,
maybe
honestly,
four.
that's-
Maybe
yeah,
four.
that's a month.
Maybe
We'll
four,
say a
yeah.
month. Yeah,
Yeah,
we get a day off every now and then.
yeah. And honestly,
Every now and then.
honestly, time is creeping up because it's slowly creeping up on almost 3 years. In the beginning of the new year, in February, it'll be
February.
3 years of Insensitive Culture, and I'm proud of that.
Same.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Be
3
nice.
years.
Shit.
Word.
Can never take that away. That's out in the world for
Yeah.
them to
In the
I
stratosphere.
know where I was
In the
going.
ether?
Yes,
In the ether.
it's the yeah.
All of those.
All them shit, son. It's out there. I was looking for a word. I couldn't nail it down.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't-
it's cool.
If I figure it out, I'll blurt it out mid episode. You'll be
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Episode title.
I'm also very much looking forward to Comic-Con, man.
So
Ooh,
soon.
yeah.
It's creepy. Like I feel like it's not far away, and it's really not far away.
It's
Like,
really not far away.
If
It's
any of our
literally a
listeners
couple.
are going to be there, please let us know.
Yeah, let
yeah,
us know.
that would be dope. Just to see anybody that's fucking with IC there. Oh, we're drinking.
Facts.
We're drinking. We're smoking. We stay bringing those pre-rolls.
I want to say is it 2 weeks?
3 weeks.
Possibly 3
I'll be
weeks.
right back. Hold
I
on.
think 3 weeks.
I
Do what
oh
you
my
gotta
man
do.
spilled a drink. We just started. Yeah, run away in your salmon shorts. I saw them. Nah, I fuck with salmon. I'm just playing.
Let's see. Yeah, actually no, 2 weeks, bro.
Jesus Christ.
It's in 2 weeks. And from what I understand, it looks to be way bigger than
Than
it was
last year.
Yeah,
I
'Cause
mean,
remember last year was the first time.
Yeah, they were conservative. They were playing it real conservative last year.
It was the first time after the pandemic.
after the
and-
pando.
Yeah. So it was very conservative. Remember we were looking at it like, fuck, like this venue is huge. It was like big gaping open areas.
Pause.
That's not a pause.
This is not a pause. Are we gonna need like vaccinations and like? Are they gonna check for our? Like, are we gonna need any of that?
And we lost Johnny.
He accidentally hung up for sure.
Yeah. I don't think we are.
Okay. I just remember we couldn't get into a bar. We couldn't get into anything without showing that bullshit. And like, I need to catch up on those if we're if that's the case still.
I saw something that said in the event, obviously indoors, they are requesting that we wear a mask.
Is it mandatory or are they requesting like please wear a
I
mask?
felt like it was mandatory.
Okay.
But
I mean, I'll
but
bring
from the
masks. I don't
event.
give a
Yeah, I
fuck.
mean, I'll bring one too. But
No.
I'm just saying, I felt like that was something from them. But of course, you play it by ear.
When we were there last year and masks were big, like there were people wearing costumes that weren't wearing masks, all right? Like Were we wearing masks when we were walking around the?
No, we weren't.
We weren't. No, because
We
we were
started
drinking.
off-
Because we were drinking. That's why.
Yeah.
Because we had drinks and we weren't going to keep fucking pulling our shit down to.
We started off
To sip
doing
on
it,
that shit.
And then we noticed like as long as you have a drink. Oh, that's what it said. As long as if you have a drink,
Right.
You-
So we
you can wear
stayed
your mask.
drinking the whole motherfucking.
pretty much.
Loophole. Word.
Oh man, I wonder if they allow gators. 'Cause I'm
No.
gonna get a gator.
No.
Nah, you don't
Maybe.
think so?
Maybe.
Shit has been, because now they got a lot of crazy shit going on other than COVID.
Mm-hmm.
They got the fucking what's the monkeypox and all that.
Yeah,
shit?
monkeypox. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
Looks gross too. Monkeypox look gnarly.
Yeah, that shit. Fucking
That's like herpes times 3, bro.
Yeah.
If you have monkeypox,
all over your body.
yeah.
It's not good.
You had chicken pox when you were a kid?
I did.
Yeah. How old were you? Do you remember approximately?
No. If I had to guesstimate, I'd probably have to say like 6. 7.
Yeah. No, that's about how old I was because my mom was getting married.
Yeah.
And like a week before she was getting married, I came down with the chicken pox and was like just all fucked up. And I was going to be in the wedding. Like I was going to be a ring bearer in the wedding.
Is that still a thing though?
And I don't know if that's still a thing now.
I haven't heard of anyone getting the chicken pox.
I mean, they have vaccines for it, right? Or do kids just get chicken pox and it's like no thing? Like they don't report it to the CDC or anything? Like it's just. You're right, though. No, I haven't.
Not since I was a kid.
Yeah, no. I mean, my dad had shingles when I was a kid, like which comes from the chicken pox like virus. Like if you've had chicken pox, you can get shingles when you're older.
Yeah.
And I remember we were gonna go to like we were gonna go on vacation, and my dad got shingles, and we couldn't go on vacation. And my mom, for some reason, decides to like sit me down in the most dramatic way, and like tell me about my dad's health issue. She's like, yeah, your dad, he has this health thing. And like, I'm literally thinking like my dad's going to die. And she's like, he has like adult chicken pox. And I'm like, get the fuck out of my face right now. And I was like 10. Like I still wasn't having any of that bullshit, bro. It's like, why you got to fucking say it like that and scare the shit out of me? Thinking my dad's dying. Like he has chicken pox. Cool.
Oh man. All right. So what do you got for us today, Dave?
All right, baby. First question. This is something that just sort of came to me during the week. It was like, you know what, I feel like I'm going to ask the guys this. I want to know what's up. When y'all are taking a piss, how do you hold your dicks? You do like a pencil grip or like a overhand? Like how you holding your shit? And there's different pisses that we take too. So like, let's say I'm going to give you a scenario. You wake up in the middle of the night, gotta piss, roll out of bed. How's the piss going? What's the grip like?
It's semi grip.
Okay.
And
can
then
you show us? Can you show us? Pretend this is your little dick. Can you grip it like?
What I mean is like you come from underneath. And it's not a full like
you
hold
grip it
on
underneath.
to it.
You hold your shit under it.
Yeah, man.
That's why. Okay.
Yeah, just
okay.
like it doesn't have to be the full
you gotta-
hand. I'm just trying to think.
Like a hot
All
dog
5
bun. Like a
fingers.
hot dog
No,
bun.
it's
Dog buns.
probably not like all of the hands, but not all of it. I'm trying to think of this
He's
because
like, it's not my whole hand.
Unless
It's
you
a little
do it, it's
midnight.
hard to think of. Like, wait, how do I do this?
That's why I'm
But,
saying it's a crazy question. Like,
Yeah, you do.
you don't think
come
about
up
it.
from
It's
underneath.
just it's instinct,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's instinct.
Okay.
But it's definitely like like the like.
I see that I can't.
Like a hot dog bun.
I don't hot dog bun my dick when I'm taking a piss in the middle of the night.
I mean,
what if
I'm
you're
sure it's
what
small,
if you're at
so
a
you wouldn't be able to. So
it's more of a cocktail weenie bun. I'm gonna hold my shit from the underneath.
it's more like a roach clip.
Let's say you're in a public urinal. You're out to eat for dinner. You got to take a leak while you're
Yeah.
eating. You walk into the urinal. Are you still hot dog bun gripping it?
No, it's probably like like I don't know. No, it's not. I'm trying to think of like.
Right. No, I know it's a tough question. You wouldn't think so, but
because my first reaction was like a pinch, but it's not really a pinch. It's
just
like
a little
you
pinch.
grab, you just like you come through, and I don't know, same type of shit. I don't know.
It's just a little hot dog pinch. That's what we call
Come
it.
from underneath. That's what I'm saying. It's not really a pinch. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, man.
No. That's fair. That's fair. No, there's no right or wrong answer here.
No,
I'm just curious.
When you're well endowed, you have to come from underneath, and
you got a hot dog bun,
and you have to you have to let it lay.
Yeah.
And
you got to support it. You have to support it, or else who knows what the fuck it's going to do, right?
You don't know.
So if I wake up in the middle of the night, and let's say, and this rarely happens because I'm not old enough where I can't make it through the night without having to take a piss yet. I mean, I'm getting close. Don't get me wrong. I'm almost there, but I can sleep through the night without having to piss. But if I were to wake up, and it's happened to like if I'm drinking, if I fall asleep after drinking or something, I'll wake up and have to piss.
Sure.
I'm walking into the bathroom, and I'm pretty much just pulling down, like, because I sleep in like boxers. I'll pull down the boxers, and for the most part, like,
just let it
I'm not even grabbing it. Like, I know where the piss is going. Like, I'm gonna piss. I'm gonna try to keep my eyes closed so I like stay sleepy.
Yeah.
And don't like wake up and have a hard time falling back asleep.
See, if I do that, I'd get it on my shorts and shit.
Because it'll just be hanging down to your knees, and it'd probably go down to your ankles and shit, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay, we get it. We get it. King Dong over here, Johnny. Dude. Watch out.
Like, what the fuck?
Watch out for Mr.
I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know this was
Mr. Hot Dog Grip over here.
No wonder you white boys can't fucking.
So I'll just flop it out, basically.
Your hands. They don't even use their fucking hands.
That's what I'm saying. There's no need. Like, no dicks are getting touched. Like, it's just pee, and then it's like a little shake.
I mean, when there's little to no shaft, it just points in one direction. I'm getting this now.
But if you don't know, if you were fucking all night, you don't
even shake it though. You just shake your hips.
No, I said I do a little shake. I guess I'll do like a little pinch, like you said, a little pinch grip almost, but like at the base, just like a little base flop, and then that's enough to get the drips off. And
a little pinch.
Sure, a little. Because I'm not grabbing the dick. I'm not two-handing it and like shaking it out. I'm just pinching like the skin at the touch, just enough to give it a little like I'm using the what's that called when it
momentum?
like whips it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm using that. So like that's like a sleepy time piss. But like most of the times, if I'm going to take a piss, I feel like it's almost like a reverse pencil grip. Like you hold a pencil like this.
Yeah.
But like it's it's like upside down, and like it's a very loose. It's a very loose grip. Mm-hmm. Maybe other hand on the boxers. Like I don't know what I do with my left hand.
That's why I said it's not really a pinch. But
it's a guide.
Pinch
it's
motion.
a guide. It's a guide. You're like, okay, go this way over here. Right?
Oh man,
That's fair.
post sex piss though. Like when you had sex. And you wake up in the middle of the night and you have to piss, that shit goes in.
Sometimes there's no controlling it. Like half the piss goes on the wall and the other half is going in the toilet. Like you almost
forget because you were already sleeping and shit. And then you go, oh shit, fuck.
It even happens if you're not sleeping, just like an hour or two after you have sex, you're just like, oh shit, I'm pissing all over the fucking place right now.
Yep.
What's your piss grip like, Johnny? Piss grip.
This is probably gonna. Both of these things are probably gonna make me sound old.
He sits down to pee. Way.
So in the middle of the night, I'm young enough that I don't wake up every night.
Sure.
To piss. But definitely most recently, obviously, because of life changes, I'm waking up a lot in the middle of the night and deciding, well, might as well pee.
Yeah, no, that's different. That's two different things.
Or especially like if the baby's like, being cranky and I'm just going to take over for a little bit, I'll be like, let me go piss first since I'm going to have to hold this baby for like the next hour.
You never know. Yeah.
Right. But either way, anytime I wake up in the middle of the night, and again, I don't know if this is because I'm still young and awesome or if it's because I'm weird and old. But every night that I wake up in the middle of the night, my shit is rock hard.
Yeah.
And so
That's kinda worse for me.
typically in the middle of the
Oh
night.
yeah, no, you gotta wait that out.
Well, so that's the thing. Is I'm too fucking tired
to wait
and lazy
Yeah.
to want to try to like point this thing in the right direction and have the multiple sprays. So I honestly, usually in the middle of the night, I just sit and I piss that way.
Yeah.
So I could just force it down.
You get the tuck, you got it
I'm with
pushed
you on
down,
that.
it's going straight
Yeah.
down.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
You guys are already getting on me, so I don't even want to say it.
Wow, what were you gonna say? What were you gonna say? Just go.
I was like, the only problem with that is now your fucking dick is touching the water because it's. But you gotta kind of like, you gotta kind of like,
Yeah.
You gotta adjust.
you gotta
Yeah,
hover.
you gotta
Like
like
I stay in
wait,
a weird position in
and
the middle of the
still
night when I'm
push
pissing, so that I
down.
could.
Right.
still push down, like, fuck.
Right.
But sitting and pissing with a boner is
Oh, it's
that's
uncomfortable.
very uncomfortable. And even
Yeah, but
pushing
pissing
your dick
standing up.
Yeah.
pushing your dick down with a boner and pissing, that sounds
It's
painful,
uncomfortable,
bro.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not about that life.
This is
I
why
mean, I think I'm used to it at this point, but
But if you start pissing with the boner, it goes away. Like it gets better
It
as
does.
you're pissing.
Absolutely.
Like as soon as the piss
Yes.
starts, you're
So
like, okay, it's feeling better. It's feeling
99%
better.
of the time,
Yeah.
by the end of that piss, my dick is touching the water.
Yeah.
So-
sure. It's
so-
down the drain. It gets flushed. It gets sucked down, and you're like, what the fuck?
this is why
You guys and your huge Puerto Rican dicks.
this is why when I'm balling, I'm definitely going to have a urinal in my bathroom with one with like a night light installed.
100%.
But then all the pubes around it, will be yours. You can't blame that on anybody else. Like those are 100% your pubes. Like no one else uses that, dog.
I have a son, so I'll just blame it on him.
He's like 6. He has
Now-
no pubes.
I said when I'm balling, that could be 5.
Nah, that's gonna be within the
He'll
next
have a little
year.
step stool.
Yeah, that could be like, by the time he's like 12, 13, I'll still blame it on him. I'll have a few years where it's just like, yo, it's undeniable, but then it's just like, motherfucker, you better clean that
Better
shit.
clean them pubes off my shit. Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah. If I'm just like at a out and about,
Yeah.
going to a urinal, similar, I think, is the I think I use 2 or 3 fingers underneath, with the reverse pencil grip.
Yeah,
motion
yeah.
that Dave was talking about.
Y'all motherfuckers were
It does
laughing at
remind
me
me
and shit.
though of I remember in high school, one of my teachers, I remember walking in the bathroom and he was at the pisser. And I started laughing and turned around and laughed because homie was at the urinal in the Superman stance, like two hands
that's some
on the hips.
That's some
And
old
I'm
man
like,
shit
I don't
right
know where
there.
your shit is going, how you doing it, but that shit looks like it's all over your pants.
I
homie.
can't do it.
When I was in middle school, okay, I'm in the student bathroom taking a leak. The music teacher walks in. Not only does he not abide by the one urinal rule, he's right up on my shit, okay? And he's taking a piss one-handed.
Music teacher, you say.
He has the other hand like on his hip, like behind his back almost. And he's taking a piss. And
Like he's forcing his
he
shit.
lets out a little fart. He just like, and he's like, whoop. And I'm like, what the fuck? Just like, I'm trying not to lose my shit as like a 7th grader, and your teacher just pissed and farted next to you. It was very, very weird and awkward, but something I'll never forget ever.
Man.
You sure he wasn't looking over?
He probably was. Now that you mention it, like now that I think about it and really delve deep into that, there was some stuff that I'm going to have to work through. Yeah.
You're gonna have to unpack.
Yeah, a lot to unpack there, guys. That's another podcast.
So
But yeah, he farted. And he just was like, whoop. He looked at me too. He was like, whoop.
So Dave, when you sit on the toilet, your
You
dick
like
doesn't
that?
touch the water? It's never touched the water?
That's gross, son. I want your dick to touch the water. I want my dick touch the toilet water.
So then you're saying no.
That's why I have to keep the reverse pencil grip the whole time, so it
The
does
whole
not
time you're
touch the
sitting on the toilet?
I don't even put my shit in the toilet when I take a shit. The dick is
That's
just
weird.
it rests on the floor because I don't want that shit touching the toilet water.
Oh my God. Yo, I remember years and years ago, my dad, you know, he comes up with the wildest shit, right? Mm-hmm. He goes, because my family, they call me Alex or Ale. He goes, Ale, I have an idea for an invention. And I'm like, all right. He goes, it's something that you attach to a toilet that keeps your dick from touching the water. But but you can only sell this to big dick people.
Oh,
no one else would know that. But
the little dick guys are still gonna buy it. They're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I need this."
Your dad was trying to flex on you.
Yeah. You're like, you don't need this. You don't need this, Ali.
no,
Just me.
He was this was just an idea, and it's always like in my head. It's just like,
So what was it? Is it like
but
stand?
that was actually his thing. He was just like, even the people with small dicks will buy it because they want to pretend like they have a big dick.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
It's like Magnum condoms.
It's a good idea.
Everyone's buying them. They all wish.
Oh man, that's hilarious. I should patent that. Anyway.
Yeah, dick rest.
The dick rest, yeah.
The dick rest.
Sell it to dude wipes, we'll be good.
Ooh, there you go. That's a good collab there. I like that.
I
That
know,
works.
right? Mm-hmm.
All right, next question. Which celebrity would you most want to see in a sex tape?
Margot Robbie.
That was honestly the first one that came to my mind. Was Margot, like instantly was Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
But I since you picked Margot, I'm gonna go ScarJo.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that shit would be dirty. Like she's
Think
not.
so?
Yeah, no, for sure.
She
like,
does have. She has that look, but because she has that look, I don't think she's about that life.
Yeah, no, that would 100% be wild. Or Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay.
One of those two. Either one, honestly. Like I'm okay with both.
I feel like we kind of got that in the fappening, right?
Yeah, no, that's why I want, because I saw how filthy she
want a
was
full-on
just in the
sex tape.
pictures, bro. Like she was dirty and like
ScarJo?
Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer
I did see
Lawrence
that one,
was pretty naughty, and those were just pictures. So like, imagine the
Yeah.
full on
She's definitely-
session, bro. Oh
She's a sexy woman.
Oh, my God.
And
yeah, and she knows it, and
she's sex positive, as they like to say nowadays.
and I feel like she doesn't take herself too seriously either. So like, there would be no holding back.
Okay.
J-Law would just be insane.
Okay.
I could die after that.
One that isn't obvious, and then we'll get to Johnny. I think I know Johnny's, but still, one that's
Rhea Perlman? Oh, bro.
just one I would throw out of there. Since you talked about the fappening and everything.
Ooh, the fappening.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Ooh, yeah. Another naughty. Well, yeah. There was
I'd be down to watch one of those.
there was some promise there. There was definitely some
She's still very dope.
very
I see her
dope.
pop up.
Oh,
yeah.
100%. I feel like I just saw an article
her
or
in a
something
while.
about
Yeah,
her.
no, she's still very much.
I just saw. That's funny you say that.
Johnny,
Vanessa
who
Hudgens.
you picking?
There's just so many beautiful.
Oh
women out
yeah,
there.
no, but it's who would be the
Hard to-
freakiest? Like you can't go by
the
hot
thing
chicks.
is, like,
Who's gonna
freaky.
perform? Who's gonna really lay it down, Johnny?
Don't let me down. I'm thinking two females. That you
Ooh,
would-
I just
you would
got
choose.
one.
I
She's
don't think-
Hispanic
I
though.
don't-
I got a Hispanic chick.
I don't think. I think I'm probably just because I'm light on names that are popping into my head
It's like,
right
I
now.
got one and it's
But if I'm gonna go with a freaky dope chick, I'm gonna go Carol G.
Carol
Oh,
G.
okay. Didn't think that. Okay.
Is she a singer? Like I see her,
She-
like
Yeah.
pictures of her. I'm not familiar with like
She
what
is. She was the Pink Ranger, right, in the latest Power Ranger movie.
No, that was
Becky G.
Becky
That
G.
was Becky G. I get those two confused.
I was like,
for
damn, they
obvious
had a
reasons.
Latina
Yeah.
Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Damn.
was though. Becky G is another artist.
Oh, really?
Becky G was the pink. Was she the pink or the yellow ranger? I can't remember. She was one of the rangers in the new Power Rangers.
I gotta
You're right. I think
rewatch
she.
those
I think she
Power
was a
Rangers.
Yellow Ranger. I think you're right. She was one of those though. I don't know.
That movie was good.
I thought it was
slept on
good. They just took way too long.
Oh
to,
yeah, no, to
become
morph
Power
and have
They
their
didn't
shit,
become
yeah.
Rangers until like the last
The last
10
ten,
minutes.
yeah,
of the movie.
literally the credits
they
are
banked
rolling.
everything on the sequel, and then
Never
Yeah.
happened.
it never
It
happened.
never happened.
Fuck. I'm clamoring for that. Is there like a internet thing that I can, like a petition I can
Probably.
sign? Because I would
Probably.
fuck with that.
I'm sure.
I'd fuck with that. I
gonna
didn't think
get
it was
Isn't there
bad.
like a Netflix live action series coming or some shit like that?
Yeah, there's a new movie I think, and it will tie into the series, and yeah, it was like a whole thing.
So it won't be cheesy, because I know like they're back on Nickelodeon or some shit,
Yeah,
but it's like the cheesy version.
right. This is all gonna tie into the show's gonna tie into the movie type shit.
Oh, cool. No, Karol G is a Colombian reggaeton singer.
Colombian. Okay.
And yeah, I think all I have to say is that she's Colombian, and you pretty much know she's.
Oh yeah, no, I knew.
she's hot.
I mean, I've seen her. I didn't know what she did. And
Okay,
it seemed
yeah.
like she had like
currently has red
millions
hair.
and millions
She
of
used
followers.
to have
Blue
weird
hair,
blue
right?
hair. Yeah, now she has red hair. She's gotten a lot bigger. She just started a stadium tour actually, and I think was in Toronto recently, because I saw a bunch of friends from Rochester went to Toronto for her show. So
Nice.
she's blowing up. I mean, I think if you're a Spanish singer, and even though reggaeton's like pretty popular right now, but you're in Canada and you're selling out an arena,
Yeah.
you're pretty popular.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, she's a thick one. I like her.
Karol G.
And I could see her being pretty fucking dirty.
Yeah, I was surprised that neither one of you mentioned Dua Lipa.
I was thinking Dua Lipa, and I
I
feel
just-
like she would
she's
be.
hot,
She
but
would be.
she's not.
No, like I
I
see
don't know
her.
that she would be
No,
that.
her Instagram, like stories and shit, like I don't know. She just gives me this vibe. Like she gets down. Dua Lipa does not. And it's like the lyric. I'm gonna read into her lyrics as well and be like,
You know who's one that
Yeah.
would absolutely be wild? What is her name? She was Doja Cat.
oh yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good one. I should have probably gone that route.
Yeah.
Doja
but
Cat
she's
would
got
be
the
dope.
shaved head now.
Ever since
I
that
don't know if
Dave
that's-
episode,
Yeah,
Yeah.
same,
I've like
same.
been in love
Yeah.
with her.
Yeah, same. Because she has a lot of she has like those. If you follow like her IG, there are some posts you put up and you're like, oh, I'm not sure, like because she does weird shit where she has her eyebrows shaved because she like paints them.
Oh, I didn't
well,
see that.
she's doing like these weird things where when she's all done up, she like does like paints on different like images with that or something. But it looks dope when she's all done up because of that. But
Yeah.
every single time that I see her and she's like done up and she's at an event or something, and just knowing the like her demeanor, I'm like, damn, yo, she's dope. But you definitely get
Yeah.
those homely looks because she don't give a fuck and she be on IG during that time. But yes, what opened my eyes to her is the Dave
Dave,
episode.
yeah, the
I was like,
episode of
oh
Dave.
shit,
Yeah.
she's dope.
Like I was aware of her before,
Yeah,
but I don't think I ever really even knew what she looked like. I think I had just heard her music,
right.
and I was like, oh, I think that's a girl named, or I didn't even know that's who sang the songs. Like it was like, and then I seen that episode of Dave. I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's Doja Cat.
Yeah,
I need to look into this girl a little bit more.
yeah.
And y'all are still feeling the shaved head?
I don't.
I have not seen her with a shaved head.
Oh, it's very shaved.
I'm gonna say no to that. I'm not. Big
Yeah,
on that.
I'm not big on the shaved head either. Like
Depends.
I could make it work. Like I said, that's my motto.
Yeah,
But
depends.
yeah, not the hugest fan of the
'Cause
of the
I'd-
shaved head. Unless you're like,
I'd definitely
Halle
be down
Berry.
to take down Amber Rose, and that's her.
oh
that's
yeah,
her shit.
for sure, for sure.
That's
But you got to there's a certain look and vibe that you got to have. You got to have the confidence to pull that off. Like there's a lot of things that
No,
go
that
into
is not a good look
into
at
the
all.
shaved head. Yeah,
oh man.
She shaved her head and her eyebrows on a video for. I don't know. There's a video of her explaining why she shaved it. I'm not gonna watch.
probably for plastics. Cleaning up the plastic.
Who the fuck knows?
Who knows? All right. What's the
You got the last question, homie.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna ask it then. All right. So, you're a burglar, but you only steal things that slightly inconvenience your victims. What are you stealing?
Do you have something in mind? Like when you saw this question, is there something that jumps out at you? Like, yo, that would be a pain in the ass if that shit were gone.
Yeah.
I thought of two things immediately, but I'll let you. I'm curious to see what you.
There are a shit ton of things that you don't look for until you actually need it. One of the things that I would steal is probably like a spatula. Like the spatulas. I'll just take them all.
Yeah, no, because if you, because when you need a spatula, you need a fucking spatula.
Yeah, you're just looking for it,
and you're fucked.
You won't know that somebody stole it
You
until
use
the
a fork
moment.
fork to flip your eggs if you're frying some eggs up and don't have a spatula. Like, what the fuck? What are you gonna?
So the purpose of thieving is to inconvenience someone?
Yeah.
Only slightly?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like something that benefits me, but it would
Oh,
only
no.
slightly
Yeah, no.
inconvenience the
It's
user.
just slightly inconvenience them.
Yep.
Like there has no benefit to you other than the fact that you know that one day they're gonna come looking for this thing and it's not gonna be anywhere.
Not even one day. If you took the racks out of someone's oven and they just have to they go to put something in the oven and they just lay
They're
it
not
on
gonna
the
know
top.
until the
They're
moment they go to put some shit
right.
in the oven.
They preheat because nobody opens the oven when they preheat it either. They preheat it and then they go to put their shit in. They're like, "There's no fucking racks. What are we doing here? I don't get it." I would be pissed, honestly. Like there were no because I'm trying to make dinner real quick and roast these vegetables and there's no fucking rack. I guess I'll just put it on the bottom of the oven. And that sucks. It's dirty. Yeah. Fucking oven racks or the little disc that's in the microwave. That little tray that you put your shit on that actually rotates. Otherwise,
they take that shit out.
Ain't shit rotating in that. Your shit's gonna cook uneven as a motherfucker.
Word.
That's a good one. Oh, man. You know, my sister-in-law doesn't even own a microwave and refuses to add one to her house.
Why?
I mean, that's okay. I other than microwave popcorn, I could do without a microwave. I'd rather air fry. I'd rather air fry something.
I reheat. I don't cook with the damn thing, but I reheat so much shit.
You got to start reheating in
that
an
would
air
be
fryer,
a pain
dog.
in the ass.
Yeah, I air fry. I reheat everything with an air fryer now.
Air fryer
but
should be your
something
new
that,
microwave. What do you
just
need to cook in the microwave that would be not good in
if
an
it's
air
like
fryer?
a full plate of rice and all these Chinese food and everything, you just want to throw that bitch in the microwave.
no, you can't put rice in there.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's
That's what I'm talking about.
What we're talking about.
Hello, I'm
if it's
Puerto
a
Rican,
full
bro. We
meal.
eat rice almost every day.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's very
but even
fair.
then you can toss that bitch in the oven.
But microwave rice, is that good?
But yeah, you know how much energy you're wasting and waiting for that oven to warm
waiting
up
for the
and all
oven to
that
preheat
shit.
is the worst.
Yeah.
Right. No, it's just there's just such a convenience factor. I understand microwave shit is terrible. There's a fine balance on can't put it in there too long, can't put it in there too short. There's a minute balance of let's try 30 seconds and see if it works.
Yeah.
Is that enough? All right, let's go with another 30 seconds. So that, and then for sure, defrosting shit. I don't know if you use a microwave for defrosting, but hello, it super speeds up the process.
I don't freeze my meats. I buy meat
Wait,
and then
what?
I use it.
he buys it as he goes.
Yeah,
to use it.
I don't shop like my
has
mom
enough
where she
time
would
to
go
go do
shopping
that.
for a month
Yeah.
and store shit in the freezer.
It's not a month, but
Even a week. I'll
we cook a lot.
I'll go shopping and I will get stuff for at most 3 days in advance. I'm not plotting out my
Jesus
whole
Christ.
week with. I'm gonna have this on because
So you're shopping 3 times a week?
Yeah, I mean, if I need to, or like I get takeout one day and then cook the rest of the day. Like it's not a trouble to go like to the grocery store. Like I don't mind going to Wegmans either.
It's just costing you way more money. You could buy that family pack of chicken breast instead of a 2-pack of chicken breast.
No, I don't.
And
I do, because I'll buy the family pack, but then like I'll cook some for Cliff. And then like I'll give him like some food and shit. Like I make it work. And like I go to Wegmans probably twice a week. I make 2 trips to Wegmans.
That's a lot.
Is it? Twice a week? Really?
Yeah.
Twice a week? Yeah. I go to Wegmans or the grocery store like once every 2 weeks.
Oh, see, no, I fuck with the grocery store. I like going. I like getting fresh shit. If you notice like the meat that I get too, like if you don't freeze it, like you have to use it. Pretty fucking quick.
Yeah.
Because like those dates are not great. And I don't like that. I don't fuck around with shit that's like possibly spoiled. So yeah, no, I have no problem. And I don't have shit to do. So what the fuck does it matter, bro? I'll go to the grocery store after work. I don't have any kids to feed or shit to do. Like I was
gonna say once you start popping out them kids, man, it's like
then I'll be going to Aldi's.
I don't want to take them to the store with me.
Oh God, no.
That's
no,
like
I just don't want to go to the store. Like
I don't want to go to
TV to watch, bro. Like even before I had a baby,
you're behind as fuck on all your shows. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, that's because baby now. But before that, I was on it.
No, you were doing really good. Yeah. You were right up there.
But I don't think you answered the question, Johnny. What would you take to slightly inconvenience someone? I would steal people's toothpaste. Just tube of toothpaste.
What about the remotes?
Yeah.
Just take their fucking remote. You can't find the remote.
That's like a big inconvenience. Like that's not a slight inconvenience. Okay, yeah, that's a motherfucking inconvenience.
Motherfucking inconvenience.
Yeah, that's a big inconvenience.
That's where I'm trying to find something that's just because I was thinking like toilet paper or something. But
I heard this question
like that would be a big fucking problem.
I heard this question somewhere else, and someone said I would just steal, or I would steal the 1/3 measuring cup. Because that's like a very
specific. But I'm always missing that. So.
Well, it's just like that's the one. That's the one that you. It's harder to measure out like from all the other ones, like a 1/3. You know what I mean?
I'd steal their coffee filters.
Oh, that'll work too. That'll suck.
Yeah, that would suck. Because I mean, what the fuck? What are you going to use? Yeah. if you're making coffee in a Mr. Coffee, you fucking need those.
Mm-hmm.
Bad.
Yeah, all their K cups.
K cups.
Oh man.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know. There's like so many small things that you could just steal.
Mm-hmm. That would just be such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Where did this go? Take somebody's recycling bin.
Mm-hmm. Jump in.
Where are you gonna put your fucking cans at?
Yeah,
put your glass bottles. Like fuck, I gotta put them in the garbage. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Break into a woman's house. Just steal her vibrator.
Well.
She'll make
that
do.
might be a major inconvenience.
That's a major inconvenience.
Depending on the woman.
Major inconvenience.
I saw a porno like that one time. Dude got caught, and then it was on. It's good. That's all I'm saying.
Look, you might be onto something there, Walk.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you caught me?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it works like that in real life.
What are you doing in my house? I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's probably.
Well, now I need someone to take care of me.
Not only that, but
give
if you
me that meat,
and then the music starts, and you're like, all right.
Not only that, but if you break into a woman's house, and her first instinct is, "Oh, you broke into my house.
You broke into my house,
you naughty boy." You better be like, "Yo, what the fuck is going
you're in trouble.
on
You
here, bro?
should bounce
Where
out.
the fuck did I walk?
You should bounce out of that.
When was the
house.
last time you watched a porn that actually had music, though? Now that you say that,
that's a very good question.
It was a porn.
Is that the fourth question?
It was the last time I had a fucking. Last time I watched a porn and actually paid attention to any of the dialogue.
I feel like
shit.
the 90s, bro. There hasn't been porno music since the 90s. Like they stopped that shit.
I fucking hate that shit.
It's all gonzo.
I
It's
feel
all
like
gonzo.
occasionally I will click on some shit where it's like
it's extremely
it's
low
like
in the background.
Ooh, Have you ever seen?
Well, they're trying to be like real, like movie-esque, and they use like these fancy cameras and shit, and it's all like high quality 4K shit, and occasionally they'll have some like sauna spa music in there. But yeah, it's been a long time.
Do you ever see the porns where like they feel like they're directing an Oscar movie and like they really try to and you're like, get the fuck out of my face, right?
J.J. Abrams lenses and shit. And
there's like the lighting is all wild and shit. Like they're gonna the Oscars are gonna pop out and fucking give them one or something. Dude. Yeah,
I haven't seen that since softcore porn back in the Skinamax days.
Yeah, no music in a long time. There'll
just be like some super hot chick that I'm like, oh, what's this? And I'm like,
click it, and it's just like, oh, fuck.
This director thinks.
Have you ever?
This is not going to be a sexy porn.
No. Hands down, the worst. You click on like what looks like a sexy compilation, but the compilation is just all to music. There's no fucking dialogue. You can't hear moaning. No, there's no sound. It's just fucking music, bro.
I hate when they do that.
Get the fuck. Who wants to see that bullshit, bro?
Somebody, because it exists.
That shit pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah,
I'm heated right now just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Fucking
shouldn't have brought that up.
Oh yeah, he got me worked up.
Then you bookmark it for the day that you have to pull one out without sound.
No, I could use the old imagination.
Man, leave that bitch on mute. I know what she sound like.
Yep. All right. Is that all we got?
Yes, sir.
All right.
You know what it's time for. News clips.
All right, news clips. All right, first story coming up here. I thought this was hilarious. I just heard this story, and I was like, man, I thought Wack got mad at shit. This dude, the COO of Beyond Meat, which makes it even funnier. The chief operating officer of Beyond Meat was arrested this past weekend after an Arkansas, I think he was at an Arkansas college football game, got into an argument with a dude for ramming his car into him, apparently. And first thing he does as a normal man, as he gets out of the car, is smash his fist through the back of the man's window.
Oh.
Then dude gets out, starts beating on the dude, and then when you think it's over, no. He bit the tip of the man's nose off.
Oh, my God.
He bit his nose off.
Wow.
I can't imagine being
that angry.
And after a football game, no, dude. Like, and I love football. I'm a big sports guy, bro. Like the Yankees, Packers. If they lose, I'm pretty upset. You probably don't want to talk to me, but I'm not going to bite your fucking nose off. That's for goddamn sure.
Unless you keep talking to him.
Beyond Meat. So he doesn't even, he's a vegetarian, probably.
Oh, this is probably the buildup of not eating real meat for so many, days.
Yeah. If he had a steak
weeks,
every
months,
now and then,
years,
he might not have let loose
he was
like
let me
that.
get a little human flesh.
And just bit a dude's nose,
That's
the
insanity.
tip of his nose off.
I get angry at people, but I don't get to the point where like I still don't want confrontation.
Right.
It's like I think nowadays I welcome more of a confrontation, but I'm still just like
welcomes it.
Yeah, I would love to beat the fuck out of somebody.
Oh, so you're looking for an excuse now. You're hoping somebody tests
actually
you
because even though now I'm more of that, like I would want to engage more in conversation or like in
confrontation.
Confrontation. Nowadays, man, everybody is so fucking insane, bro, that it's just not worth it. And I'm not.
Yeah, you just never know who's got a pistol,
who's got a gun, or it's so stupid, man.
Who's got a hatchet? You see that guy in the Bronx McDonald's just fucking
pulled
out a tomahawk, dog. Just started smashing shit after some dudes punked him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was using the rear, like the hammerhead side.
I guess
Still.
that makes me
bat shit
feel
around.
better.
But it
Trying to
doesn't-
eat my Big Mac.
It doesn't. You could definitely see people in the video who were like just chilling. They were like, "Oh my!" Like nobody was like trying to run away though.
No,
that's
yeah,
the part that I
that-
felt that was
yeah,
weird.
that
They were
was
like,
weird to
oh
me,
my God,
too.
he's getting closer to me.
And they just sat there in their booth.
And they just sat there.
And he was like punking him too. Like he was being a dick. Like I don't want him coming up to me while I'm eating my shit. And he's just like yelling, just crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's New York.
Yeah. That's a Bronx.
much.
That's a Bronx McDonald's.
Bro, that's, yeah.
I don't think it was. I think he was from the Bronx, but I don't think the McDonald's itself was. I think it was like Chelsea or some shit. But
Was it?
anyways, doesn't matter. I don't know. But that shit was definitely wild. And of course, people are talking shit because he's already out of jail.
He released a statement to TMZ. He talked to them and
He did?
yeah.
That's wild.
He did. As soon as he came out of jail, he was basically like, yeah, I'm a courier. So he's like delivering shit. I keep this, for self-defense and for vehicles. He said the hatchet was for vehicles. And I don't know. He was not in his right mind. Having watched that video, like, you don't lose your shit like that if you're okay. He wasn't. Clearly.
No, definitely not okay. I mean, there was dudes literally punching him, and he was like,
Sitting
okay,
there, yeah.
guys,
He was
keep
resting
punching me,
on
keep
the-
punching
on
me.
the ground.
Watch what happens.
I'm going to pull this tomahawk out and just start smashing shit. And he did.
Oh,
And
man.
he did.
All right.
Yeah.
What else? you got?
Anyways, moving on from that news. This was pretty interesting. I don't know if you guys. I think I sent this over to y'all. This is personally, I kind of important to me, I guess. One of the reasons. I mean, I've known about podcasts for over 10 years, right?
Yeah.
But I really I fell out of the whole podcast thing. And I wasn't really listening to podcasts for a long time, honestly, until like all this like hype around Serial came out back in like 2014, I think it was 2013. I had just started working back at the fruit stand. And so I needed something to listen to. There was mad hype around Serial. I started listening to this show, and I got really into this whole story about Adnan Syed and how he was accused of murdering his girlfriend. And there's all these, it was like one of the first, I don't want to say it was one of the first true crime podcasts, but it was probably the most popular one. It's probably still the most popular one out of all. And really like started that trend of these true crime podcasts. And I was super into it, and I still, to this day, I don't know if he did it or not. I lean more towards no, but I would rather see like basically the justice system did him wrong, right? The cops did him wrong, the prosecutors did him wrong, his original defense attorney did him wrong. Like there was a lot of shit that just fell through the cracks and got fucked up, and then there was a lot of like, evidence that just didn't match up, and you're like, man, that's tough. And so I thought it was, he's been ever since Serial became popular. It became a little bit more popularized to kind of get these people's convictions overturned.
Yeah.
As has a bunch of other true crime victims and involved in podcasts and YouTube videos and documentaries and stuff like that. They've been getting a lot more attention. They'll get attention now in the court, and then they might actually get out, or someone might actually be charged because the podcast brought it up.
Right.
So, anyways, Adnan Syed is probably one of the most popular ones of those. He's been locked up for 23 years, and he was his sentence was commuted. Or he was just like released from prison after 23 years of facing this charge. They're not saying that he's like innocent, he can still go back. And apparently, this is the second time his conviction was vacated.
Oh, damn.
But the last time, like, I don't think he actually got to walk out of prison. Like, it was vacated, and then he came back. Like, they came back with other charges immediately.
Oh, okay.
But this time they said, there's just not. There's these two other potential
Suspects.
Suspects. That's the word I'm looking for. Two other potential suspects that weren't, handed over to the defense. That were kind of hidden and stuff like that. At the time, yeah. And there was unreliable evidence that was used against him, and so the judge vacated his conviction, and homeboy walked out of prison for the first time.
That's gotta
I
feel
wasn't
good.
familiar with it.
23 years he was locked up.
23 years, yeah.
That's
When
what,
the show started,
99?
like I said,
he got locked up.
99 was the murder, and I think he went to jail in 2000.
I
Imagine
thought I
how much
read
shit changed for that dude.
I read that the woman who was covering his story on Serial had fallen in love with him, and that's where she had looked into all of this and was divulging all of that information on the podcast.
She's like, I got to get this dude out of prison so I can get these cheeks clapped now.
Yeah, pretty
His word. Okay, I feel you.
pretty
I
much.
don't know. That's the first I heard of that.
I saw that somewhere, yeah.
I don't doubt it, but
Because I wasn't familiar with the story when you sent
yeah.
it. I didn't know who that was.
I remember seeing it being a thing, like Serial and the name. I recognized the name. I didn't know what he did or what he was. Like, I have no background info on the case, but like I know
there was
that was
an
popular.
HBO show that came out, I think in 2020, because I'm pretty sure I saw it during the pandemic lockdown. It was it wasn't based on the podcast. It was based on so the reason the podcast existed is because his cousin or family, like a close family friend, was a huge advocate of his and was constantly petitioning people in the press to try to overturn his or to bring attention to his conviction and try to get him out and find some justice for him. This lady ended up doing the podcast. She was from NPR, and she started that podcast. That the friend or cousin or whatever ended up writing a book also, and then I guess that book, the rights to the book got sold to HBO. HBO dropped the docu-series, I think it's called The Curious Case of Adnan Syed, or just the something case of Adnan Syed.
Yeah.
And it basically goes over the whole thing all over again, plus brings new information with new interviews. The podcast itself, though, I mean, if you hadn't heard it, I would recommend it, honestly. I thought it was the way that it wasn't just the story, but the way that they built the story.
Yeah.
It's like, there's episodes where you're like, oh, yeah, he fucking did it. And then the next episode, you're like, oh, maybe he didn't do it.
That's the best.
And then the
Those
next
are the
episode,
best.
you're like, oh, this dude did it. And then the next episode, you're like, fuck, nobody did it. Who
Yeah.
this bitch killed herself?
Yep.
So yeah, the production quality on that pod definitely leveled up. And honestly, I the reason I bring it up is I don't even know if I would be here today doing this show if it wasn't for that show reigniting my interest in podcasts and really reigniting interest in podcasts as a genre. I really think that the hype around Serial got it hit a zeitgeist point where like there was enough people listening to this show that it made them listen to other shows, and then they would recommend that to other people, and then suddenly podcasts started getting popular again, right? Like it was really around like the mid 2010s. Suddenly podcasts were like super popular again and continue to have been. And I really think Serial kind of kicked that off because, I mean, podcasts have been around for a while. Joe Rogan's podcast has been around since like 2005 or some
Right.
shit, right?
Yeah.
I knew about it. I'd been subscribed to like Rogan's for a long time. I would like listen, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll listen to it another day or whatever. I didn't try to find time for pods.
I think
the way that I do now.
like even like I want to say that till this day, true crime podcasts are the number one highest.
Yeah.
The number one subscribed podcast. Yeah. And I think it's mainly because it's kind of like an audio book, where you're describing events and pulling out new information and all of that stuff. Some of them can be conversational, where they're discussing it on top of given that, which is very interesting. But I think that's really what I would love to fucking produce a true crime podcast, because I don't know. I am into them.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like if I listen to too much, I just become more paranoid. Sure. I'm already a
100%.
paranoid dude.
That's why I don't.
Yeah, that's exactly why I stopped listening to, because you hear like true horror stories, and the way that they like break everything down, you're just like, what the fuck? And I'm already a paranoid person when it comes to like my home and like making sure, shit is good. But that's the only real reason why I don't listen to them more often. But every time I put one on or some shit, you just get lost. No, you just get lost in the story and the way that they describe everything.
If it's good, if they did it right, you should.
Dude, and that's what I'm saying. Is like every episode is a different fucking crime that, and they're describing like the details and everything that happened and like missing person. And like
that's like a lot of the Netflix documentaries that we see, but with visuals though. So like it's the same premise, and like it just depends. Do you need the visuals or not? If you don't, these podcasts are for you. I prefer the visuals.
You prefer the visuals. Yes, I get that. I listen because I can't stay stuck on at a TV all the time.
Right.
I listen to the podcast because I can listen to that in the car as I'm driving. I don't need the visuals.
Right.
If I really am into the story, I can pop my headphones on and make dinner while listening to the, to that story. Like you don't need the visuals. Mm-hmm. And that's where
how you know it's good. If you don't need it's just irrelevant without the visuals. They're laying it all out. Like that's quality.
Very descriptive, very like, it depends. Cause there are some like my girl, she likes morbid, but that's more of they're explaining stuff, and they get into like it's split up with some conversation in between the two hosts. But I've listened to Sword and Scale, where it's just giving you all of the details of this case, and it like you'll get some sound effects in there, some little things in the background that just creates more of an atmosphere, and that makes it even more eerie. They get really good with it. But I'd produce one. I'd like to fuck with one like that.
Word.
I don't think I could.
No.
There's just way
I don't
too
want
much research that's involved.
No, I don't want to host it. I would not want to host it. I would not want to do that. But and that's really why I haven't done one, is because you need a personality that's into that does all of that work, and then I just do the audio work, and we come together. But I don't care about like fucking putting all my research in for fucking true crime and all that shit. Yeah, it's just not that. Yeah, it's just not something.
I'm not a journalist in that
way.
No,
No, not at all. What's next?
No, but I definitely, if listeners haven't heard Serial, I still recommend it. I think it was.
I'll probably give it a shot.
Well done, well produced show, and it really just it just continuously makes you think. Other story. I know summer's over now. I believe we had previously at the start of this summer declared this the Short King summer.
We did.
It doesn't have to be any longer, right? So next year, Dave, if you want, you can go into next summer as a tall man.
Ooh.
Because there's a growing trend here
Shin
that
replacement.
we're seeing. I don't know if you've seen this article in GQ.
You know I did.
About dudes paying money to grow their bodies, like to literally get taller. And these aren't like short dudes where you would imagine like they're literally
5'2".
little people or anything like that. Yeah, like this the dude that's highlighted here is only five. He was only 5'8" and a half. I think 5'8" and a half. Which I believe that's Dave's height.
Yeah, you're being generous, but yeah, we'll go with that.
And
he stands
through
at what?
a little bit of surgery and $75,000, my man is now sitting at 5 feet 11 and a half.
75 to 150K is what I read, which is a huge, huge difference.
75 to 150K, and you're not even a 6 foot, bro. What are you doing?
I mean, they can only do so
He's got
much.
the
They
half.
can only do so much.
He's got the half, but you can grow 3 to 6 inches.
You know what the recovery time for that, at least they said in the article, was like a year.
Not worth it.
To be like fully
Like I said, you
recovered.
can make it for next
Comic-Con.
next summer.
Next Comic-Con, I'm going to be
Next
tall and a
Comic-Con, bro.
motherfucker out here.
Next
Nah,
Comic-Con, you can go as like Thanos.
I feel like
Commando or
if you go through with something like that, I feel like the slightest like kick to my leg or something, it just breaks my shit and I'm dead. Like, I'm not walking. I'm
so.
done. Like, that sounds so risky. Like and so expensive. They're like, hey, $20. Do you want to be 3 inches taller? Sure.
Same thing with
We're
like
gonna break your shit.
same shit with like you hear people that get like dick enlargements and shit. It's like, really, you're gonna take something like that and just
For another inch or two? Like,
yeah, for another, like, no, I'm not like, don't touch it. It's working just fine right now.
leave my reverse pencil
remember
grip alone.
Remember
and
we
let me
talked
do my
about
thing.
that billionaire that fucking had that went through that surgery and died.
The dick surgery?
Yeah.
The dick surgery.
I do remember that.
Fucking billionaire and still couldn't get past his fucking little dick.
Like, you just lean into it at that point.
At that point,
And if you're rich, who gives a fuck? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It don't
It's
even
like,
matter.
who gives a fuck?
But still,
I mean,
they'll suffer their way through it. I'm sure. For if you got stacks and stacks,
I'm sure,
and
but
I mean, they're not gonna love it.
if it's little,
Deep down,
little,
you would know that they're making fun of you and shit. But like, who cares? They're pretending
if
like
it's one
they
of
don't.
those little dicks that they show on the side of the screen on the porns that are like, "Do you got a little dick?"
A little, like, who
Those are some little
volunteered?
dicks,
Who volunteered? There's never a head in that picture. It's just a picture of a dick. Like, no dude ever lets his
Right.
head pop in that shot. Are you the little dick dude from the ads on the side of the porno? Shit. That would suck. Fuck
that's
all that.
horrible.
But no, I mean,
fuck all that.
it's too expensive. It's too risky. Not for a few inches. I mean, like I said, I'm at this point, who gives a fuck? Like, all the times the height probably would have gotten me more pussy have passed.
I mean,
at
you're
this, so
chilling.
it's-
You got a nice lady now.
That's right.
Like,
That's
you're
what I'm
in a
saying.
good
Like, yeah,
situation.
You
If you
don't
didn't, though,
When I was more
you know.
self-conscious about it, like in school, like
Right.
when I was younger and I realized that kids were getting taller and I really wasn't, I would have been like, yeah, let's put some bread down, get this going. But like once I hit like 25, like I don't give a fuck at that point. Like it is what it is.
I remember being in school. That's the shit, man. Sometimes you just want the opposite of what you have. I remember being in school and wanting to be shorter because I felt like the shorter dudes got more attention.
really,
I mean,
I never felt that.
I felt that
like,
way.
nah.
I don't know. I felt like the shorter dudes got more attention.
where'd you go to school
That's
again?
just because you hung out with all those fucking louse dudes, bro.
That's facts.
No. It was before that. It was like I guess like middle school around that time. You know what I mean?
It's like, man, chop my ankles off. I'm trying to be just a little bit shorter. I'm
I
gonna tell you,
definitely wanted to be taller.
the grass wasn't
And I'm
greener, son.
pretty tall, and as a kid, I was more for like sports. Like I was like, I could be a better basketball player.
I wanted to
like
be a basketball
6'3".
player so bad. Yeah.
I didn't give a shit.
But not
about
Muggsy Bogues. I didn't want to be Muggsy. Like I wanted to be Jordan. I wanted to be Pippen, Olajuwon, all those dudes.
Yeah.
and
Muggsy Bogues was
that was
fucking, though.
not. Yeah, no, he was. He was on fucking Family Matters too and shit. So like he was doing all right. He was doing good. Muggsy
made
had it
it.
all right. He sure
made it.
did. He sure did. And that's what I learned.
We're talking about him now.
It doesn't really, height doesn't really matter. It's superficial. And that's what I tell myself when I go to sleep every night.
Even now, I'm 5'11".
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. I wish I would have at least broke 6 feet.
I was like 5'11", ain't even that tall. Like,
Right.
I mean, that's coming from me, and I know that does sounds funny, but like 5'11" really is. You're a little bit above average. You're doing okay, but you could have been shorter, dog. You probably would have had more fun in school. Got more attention.
Yeah. I'm one of the shorter ones in my family.
Mm-hmm. See, same.
I have two.
Damn, really?
Well, I have
5'11".
Yeah, well, for my siblings, I have two siblings that are shorter than me, and I'm not sure if Papo is shorter than me, but he's probably like an inch or two shorter than me. But other than that, everyone else is above 6 foot, like all the other kids. So.
Must have been tough for you, dog, growing up at only 5'11". I feel
know,
bad.
geez.
I feel bad for you. That must have been terrible. Suck a dick.
Oh man.
All right.
I know.
Last
My
story.
dick touches the water in the
And he's
in the thing.
5'11".
I'm
Get the fuck
5'11".
out of here. He does the reverse hot dog grip. I do the overhand. It's so fucked.
I do the no hander.
Yeah.
I do the reverse hot dog. That's why he laughed at me so hard. You touch your dick?
No. I do the no-handed touch.
I just got a pee hole.
Yeah.
But my shirt is under my chin and I'm peeing like that. I just chuck my whole shit up.
All right, last story. This was the crazy ass fucking leak. We talked about it in our group chat. Grand Theft Auto 6 gameplay leaked online in
Looks
90
good.
different videos.
They're calling that the biggest
massive
video
leak.
game leak of all time. And it
Has to be.
it just dropped in our lap. And
3 gigs full of videos.
do you know how many times I've woken up or jumped on Twitter and seen that GTA 6 is trending only to like check it out and be like, oh, this is some bullshit. Yeah. Well, the other day I clicked on it and sure enough, there's a whole, I sent you guys the videos that I immediately saw because like I was overwhelmed. I was like, is this real? This can't be real. And like the more I watched it, I'm like, this has to fucking be real. And then I saw that other people were saying that Rockstar confirmed it. Rockstar released, that's the producer, Take-Two Interactive. They released a statement saying that they were compromised. I don't remember exactly how they worded it, but they were very careful about
some bullshit like that.
Yeah, they were very cautious about how they worded it, saying they were disappointed. Everything was still on track. The game that they would show us the game footage and shit when it was ready to be shown. But honestly, dude, I think we fucking needed this. And when I say we, I mean like the gaming
100%.
community, anybody that's been dumping money into GTA 5 for the last 9 years or so since GTA 5 came out. Like it wasn't a lot, but it was enough to know, hey, like something is getting done. Something's coming. Like it's in the works. It looks fucking fire. And like you could see the quality improve over time. Like that was enough for me. Like I don't need anything else until, the next 2 years or so. They say 2024 is when GTA 6 should be dropping, somewhere around there. And I mean, it seems like a long time, but now that I got that little tidbit, like this shit's gonna fly. It's gonna be 2024 before we fucking know it.
Yep.
It'll be here. I'll be playing it. I know it's in gear like that, dude. That honestly, that made me so fucking happy to see that.
It worked in their favor, right?
It's honestly, I bet they fucking leaked it. I feel like they had to go about it in a way that like couldn't look too attention grabby. People were clamoring, people were bitching. Like, not that Rockstar gives a fuck or even Take-Two, but like, that's not unheard of for people to leak shit. Like, hey, this isn't really coming out, and then like you get that word of mouth. That's fucking publicity out the ass. Grand Theft Auto doesn't need it, but still, like that. I think that quieted a lot of that community that was clamoring for whatever Rockstar and Grand Theft Auto are coming out with.
What about the fucking big booty Latina that they got as
that ass
for
was
the main
fat too. Like they did their research. They went down there and like I bet, yeah,
She was gangster too.
For real. She had like an
shit
AK or an M16, son. She was banging.
Yeah, that shit looked dope.
It does look dope.
And the shit is that, like, I complain so much about GTA graphics. Always. That's always been my number one thing is I'm like, yeah, the game is cool and all, and it's open world, and that's really cool. But, man, it's always like, it always felt like a generation behind on graphics in order to make the open world thing more open and more accessible, right?
Yeah.
They were like, we're not going to make the graphics that great so that the gameplay could be super awesome. And I was always like, yeah, that's cool, but I can't get into it. And then I see this shit and I'm like, yeah, they're using like Unreal Engine.
Unreal, I was going to say. Unreal, yeah, something Unreal Engine. Yeah.
This shit looks so fucking lit and like ridiculously high quality. Especially like there was some of the tweets I saw were like, you know, Twitter compressed or whatever. But there was one that I think you sent us that was like super crispy.
The dude, right, with the shadows and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first fucking one I saw, dude. And I was like, I bought it immediately. I was like, yep, this is Grand Theft Auto 6. That I had no idea of any of the other videos. Like, I literally just saw that and I latched onto it because just the shadows were perfect. Like, everything looked so fucking crispy. I was like, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah. I'm at the point where I'm just like, all right, I got 2 years. I'm going to end up buying a fucking system.
And they'll be cheaper by the time you scoop one. So, like, you'll get a PS5 on the cheap, $300 bucks.
And you'll actually be able to get one.
Yeah.
You don't have to like wait 17 weeks.
I'm also at the point where
period.
I'm also at the point where my kids they all have tablets and they're playing shit. Like my son is, both of my oldest kids, they're into Roblox and they're into like Minecraft and all that. And it's only a matter of time that they're like even now if I got them a Switch, they would be fucking excited.
Oh, dude, they would
super excited. Yeah, they would because that's their shit is like Sonic and those type of games.
All those games.
Oh, they would be so excited.
Christmas, is that what's coming? Is that what's in the pipeline?
I don't know. My girl always wants to like hold off on it. I'm like, but you gave them fucking tablets. Like it's not
right.
Like
it's not better or worse. Like it's same
the tablet is worse because they can take it with them. They move around the house. It's not like
a Switch.
Switch, same thing.
You can, but they have to share it. So
right.
You know what I mean?
They don't each have their own Switches.
True.
Right. So, but
so
either
is
way,
that what they're getting for Christmas? Two Switches?
A Switch to share.
Ballin'.
No, hell no.
Damn.
I'm just saying, like it's at that time now where even
Three
the kids are getting into video games.
You're getting
like,
Charlie a Switch too? Damn.
Oh, Charlie and Penny.
Charlie and Penny,
Switches.
yeah.
Yep.
Both dogs.
Yep.
My man is.
I know, rolling in it.
It's like step by step.
You hear how excited I am?
You're literally rolling in the shit.
Rolling in shit.
Yeah, dude. Not to fucking stray too far, but fuck, man. This past weekend was.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was
rough.
It was like, oh fuck. I like that. Oh, rough. So yeah,
that was not thought of ahead of time. That was.
Yeah, man. It was because like next time I'm gonna be like, yo, if you're gonna get a dog, don't pick her up on a Friday where it's the whole weekend. I have to pay attention to a new dog.
That sucks.
Right.
And fucking
and you're walking out on work.
Yeah, and fucking and Charlie's not liking it either. So like they're like they're not getting along. And then I had all three kids with me. It was just like, oh fuck. But whatever, man. We're getting through it. And yeah. Full house. Full house. It just keeps getting even more full. Anyway, Grand Theft Auto looks good. I might buy a system in time for this thing. I really want it. There are so many games that I have to. I can.
It's not
so many.
Even. You'll never catch up. You're so far.
I'm never
behind.
gonna catch up, but there are some games that are just like that would be dirt cheap that I've never played before.
Like
that
God of War, the original like God of War on PS4.
Yeah.
If you copped a PS4, even not even a PS5.
Well, I didn't have a 4.
You can play it on PS5. That would alone.
That
would be,
the Spider-Man games.
Oh, the Spider-Man.
never
I
played
forgot
them.
about the Spider-Man. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you would have to. You
I've
have to
never
play
played.
those first.
Yeah.
Not even the Miles Morales one. Just play the first Spider-Man. Wait for the second one. Like Miles Morales is cool, but if you play Spider-Man, like you know what you're.
That's what I'm saying. There,
You know what you're getting into.
there are a few games that I have not. I've never even played The Last of Us, and I would love to.
I'm actually replaying that right now. It's funny.
would
you
love
said
to.
that I remastered on PS5. I
I don't. I,
Tried. I can't do it.
no,
it's fun.
I'm
not a gamer.
That's fair.
That's my shit though.
Learn to appreciate watching other people play games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like those were my shit. The like the cinematic games. Like one of my.
Me too. Those are the best.
You just don't want to play it.
Third person cinematic games. It's just, I when I got the PS4 Pro, I played God of War, and I thought that was the most amazing thing ever. It was very cinematic. It was third person. It was enough action. There was enough story. All of that was great. And then I tried to do that again.
He
with
couldn't replicate
the
that
Spider-Man
high. He couldn't
game.
replicate it.
And it was good, and it made me feel like a lot of nostalgia for that original PS2 Spider-Man
That was
game.
the shit.
Yeah.
I think it was PS2
Yep.
or PS3.
No, it was PS2.
It made me feel a lot of that nostalgia that I didn't own either system, but I would play at Walk's house. And it was dope, but there was a point where I was just like, all right, now I'm getting kind of a little bit bored with what's going on here. And then I was like, well, maybe it's because of the story. I need to play Last of Us because everyone says that's the best fucking game ever, and it's got a great story. And I think it does, but I didn't
can't
get far
make it.
enough into it because I think I just suck. I just suck at playing games, and I would constantly die and
I'd be
or
like,
constantly
"Fuck
get
this.
caught at something.
Fuck this.
And I'm just like, I can't get past this fucking port.
That's when you YouTube that
and,
shit. You YouTube a tutorial and you watch the
Yeah.
video and then you copy them and then you get past it like you're a boss and you move the fuck on.
I think I feel like I'm above that, like I'm too good for that, and so I'd rather
Clearly
not play the
you're
game.
not. Clearly you're not too good for that if you can't make it through The Last of Us.
Just to
You're
explain
right.
to you the type of games that I loved. One of my favorite games of all time was Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
You remember Heavy Rain?
I do remember Heavy Rain.
I love shit like that where it's cinematic. It's almost a movie.
Yeah.
And that's my shit. That's my shit. So that's
Remember
why
that Max Payne, that was a fucking dope
Yeah,
game.
Yeah, that
with
was
the
good.
bullet
That was
time.
good.
That was
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
the
yeah.
first slow mo, after the Matrix shooting. Yeah.
but
Heavy
Heavy
Rain. This
Heavy-
looks like a fucking movie.
yeah, it was.
exactly.
It
It's
really
like a
was.
JRPG, like a anime style Japanese RPG game.
And depending on how you played the game and the decisions you made throughout the game, it had numerous endings.
That's dope.
I remember I
Those are
played
fun.
it all the way through 3 or 4 times, and each time had a different
Just to get
ending.
a different. Yeah, I mean, you got to. That's the fun. That's why games do that shit.
Yeah.
They want
but
you
it
to do
but
that.
it did play out like a movie. All the scenes, you at one point you're an investigator and you actually have to you go through and you have to investigate a crime scene, and there's things that you could do and you have to respond in a certain way, and it really was a very cinematic experience. But that's why I like games like Uncharted and Splinter Cell and things like that, especially when they add third person shooter
yeah
into that.
aspect, yeah.
Yeah, into fucking Mass Effect. When they mix RPGs, open world, all of that
Those
shit.
dialogue
those are great.
choices,
Yes.
when you get to
Yeah,
pick
yeah.
how you want to respond, be
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
badass. Oh man,
I love shit like that.
Yeah, dude.
That's my shit.
Facts.
I was never even God of War. It's fun, but
the
I would get
original,
through
no,
it just-
the original God of Wars were just like smashers.
Yeah,
they were button
that's where-
mashers, bro.
that's where I wasn't too into those.
I didn't fuck with those. I don't fuck with button mashers. Yeah.
But that last one was more cinematic.
Oh, it was night
sweet.
and day. They're not even in the same.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Not
they
even in the
weren't.
same realm.
From my understanding, they weren't anything like the original.
Oh,
God of
so
War.
then
The
I
other,
would,
the other God of Wars were
This
like
whole,
overhead.
father-son story,
Yeah.
and it was all about him raising his kid, and
It's different.
The older God of Wars were linear.
Yeah. Yep, like side scrollers almost.
Yep,
where,
side scrollers
Yep.
where you're just making your way through and you're just button mashing.
Yep, this is not that
And those
at
are
all.
fun, but that is just, that
This
would
is
hold
more
my
like
attention.
Grand Theft Auto, God of War combo is what the new God of War is like with that third,
Okay,
almost
see?
like it's like a semi-open world. I forget what they call those, but like it's not quite open, but you can go a lot of fucking places.
Oh, see, I'd fuck with something like that.
Yep, that's you.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Soon enough, I'll get myself a system whenever they become available, and I'm not in a rush to do it. All right. So, was that the last piece of news that you had?
That was it.
All right. So then,
I'm gonna do a pee break.
Yeah, I'm Pete Bregan too.
God damn it, guys. No, I know. I'm just fucking with you. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do.
All right, so I can confirm that when I pee during the daytime, I use one hand to hold down my drawers, and it is a 2-finger reverse pencil grip with my left hand.
The cup almost.
It's like a
Boom. Yeah.
2-finger hold. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to describe. I just couldn't find the words. You know?
The pinch.
Yeah. It's like, I said, it's not really a pinch, but it's like the pinching motion. Let me go find out how I actually hold it.
Bro, I don't want to be dramatic, but that was the worst I've ever had to piss in my entire life. Bro, that was insane. I can't even describe what that felt like.
This motherfucker planked on the toilet because
Bro, I had my hand on the wall and my head was leaning on my arm and I was melting.
And did you do the 2-finger reverse?
No, I had the wok
Reverse
hot
pencil
dog.
grip?
I had the wok hot dog grip. Did you ever have a chick want to hold your dick when you peed? One of my ex-girlfriends, she requested, she's like, can I hold it while you pee and like aim it? I was like, sure, I guess. And I was like, go for it. I let her fucking grab that shit and she like,
Oh my God, can I keep this in the show, please?
please do. Please do.
Oh, that might be the cold open.
She wanted to know. She wanted to know what it felt like. Is that weird?
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
what the fuck did I
Go walk what you just said. What you just asked me.
I asked him if he ever. How did I word it? I don't. What did I say? What were my exact words? Like he has.
Have you ever had a girl ask you if she could hold your dick while you pee?
No.
Never. None of them were ever.
No. I've never had someone ask me that shit.
Yeah, no. She, an ex-girlfriend. She asked me that if it was okay, and I said, yeah, sure, whatever you want to do, and I let her hold it while I was peeing, and she just.
I wouldn't be able to piss.
Directed it into the toilet.
I don't know if I would be able to piss, bro. That would be wild.
I must have.
If I had a hardcore piss like Dave did.
Oh, bro, no one's stopping that.
Yeah, no one's stopping that. No one's stopping that. No.
I could barely stop it from pissing all over. But yeah, no, I was like, yeah, sure, go for it. And she grabbed it and she directed it and she like guided it and it was a good piss. And then that scratched her itch, I guess.
Her itch?
Yeah.
To know what it, did she stand behind you?
She
and
was like no,
hold
she
it like it was hers?
No, she was. It wasn't like a ghost type thing where she was like reaching her. I know you love ghosts.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, she was to the side of me. It was almost like a reach over. Like she was like, and it was more impressive because like she couldn't see exactly, like she didn't have like the line on it. Like she didn't know, like it was more of like a guess, but yeah, no, she wanted it. So I said, sure. Like I didn't give a shit. It's like, I got to piss. So now's the time. If you want to
truly want to do this,
go for it. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Girls are so weird.
Yeah. That one was.
So
Hollywood.
All right, so one of the biggest pieces of news right now in Hollywood is the fact that it has been confirmed that the Constantine sequel starring Keanu Reeves is officially happening.
You lying.
Through DC.
Fuck.
We talked about it.
I said we will.
I got a lot of questions about this.
I'm gonna do that because I wanted this.
We wanted this.
We wanted this.
We asked for it.
We asked for it,
and
and when we talked about it last time was I want to say within the year. I actually saw it, and it's on Netflix right now.
Yes. Because I watched it and I was like, "Yo, it still fucks. And
it
still
holds up.
And
So
you were like, "Yo,
fucking well.
I haven't seen it in a minute." I was like, "Watch it, son," because that shit
Yeah,
is still
it
fire.
holds up, bro.
Yeah.
And but obviously the only real concerns the 5-year leeway that we always give these movies.
Right. This is way outside of the 5-year window, right?
The one of the biggest things that it has for it too is the fact that the director is actually coming back as well to direct it.
What about Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah.
Rachel Weisz, was Rachel Weisz the chick in Constantine, the original one? I feel like
was it Rachel? I
was it
want to
Rachel
say yeah.
Weisz? But I mean, Shia LaBeouf, like he was funny in there.
Yeah, but those characters,
it's not gonna make or break it. But like,
Yeah.
I feel like I still would want to see those OG, like that would really put it over the top. I mean, I'm glad it's coming back. Don't get me wrong.
Forgot that Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, a
was in
young
that.
Shia
he was in
LaBeouf.
there. He was in there.
What is it?
There was Rachel
Chaz
Weisz,
Kramer,
right?
motherfucker. Is he some bullshit that
Yeah.
he is? Yeah. Oh, bro. Chaz Kramer. I don't know how I remember that. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but I'm gonna rewatch now that we're.
I definitely want to rewatch. I have so much shit on my list to watch, but
video games to play.
Yeah, but this is definitely something I will probably rewatch once. And now that I know that the sequel is coming out, and again, I've seen it recently, and it just holds up, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I think this is if it's any indicator of the route where DC is trying to take, that's exactly what we've been asking for. Is the darker movies.
I don't think it's in any indication, but I'll take it.
I mean, the only real indication is the fact that they're leaning the movies that they are continuing to make, because we've seen a lot of cancellations. Like with this one, darker. We know what the original was. It wasn't the bubblegum bullshit that's been coming out lately.
Right.
So that's the
100%.
only only indicator.
I just don't feel like this decision is an indication of an overall
No.
DC
No.
turnaround.
like a plan. Like I think there's I'm pretty sure I read some article earlier this week.
I don't think they know of any kind of plans to.
Yeah, they were basically like the search for their Kevin Feige is not the only problem that they have, and there's a lot of problems, and apparently the thought in amongst Hollywood is that Discovery is not actually committed to owning Warner Brothers, but they want to sell them, and they're just waiting until. I don't think they're allowed to sell them until 2024.
Damn.
And then once that hits, they're gonna put them on the market. And Comcast is really looking at it. Comcast currently owns Universal Studios. Comcast, the CEO of Comcast, apparently is really hype on buying the Warner Brothers, because everybody knows Peacock sucks. But if they get that Warner Brothers, HBO, all of that, Peacock would be dope.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So I mean, that's a huge rumor right now, but It's that's the talk of the town, as they say.
Bro, what if Apple bought DC, like the rights to the DC movies and WB?
I wish they would, because I think they would do it justice. I don't think they would.
I don't think they would want to do that. But still, if they did that, I think that they would put all the money into it.
DC, like moving forward.
Yeah. Like they would put all the money into it, and they would allow the creators to create. They would give them that freedom to do that. As 100%. Long as it's high quality, that would be amazing. But that's a dream.
Yeah, so Apple's all about their original properties, right? Like
That's really what they're. But I mean, yes, but also if they like everything that moved forward was Apple original property, they just acquired a back catalog. Obviously, they'll have to do something with that, but still. I'm just thinking more so in the fact that they come out with quality shit, and they know how to put these stories together, because they keep coming out with fucking great content, and they're not afraid to go dark, and they're not afraid to lose money. So I just think that they would have the right mindset to make sure that franchise moves forward.
They're not afraid to keep their finger out of the pot. Like they're good with letting the creators create and do
that's
their
why.
thing
But
and give them that.
That's
leeway.
what I mean, because they're not worried about the money,
right? And they have money. Yeah, they're not worried about money.
Not
bro.
worried about
they
it.
got plenty. Yeah,
they're just like, no, make
good shit. Give us subscribers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Let's make this work.
Yeah.
I could see that. I mean, it would fuck for
that would
sure.
be great. That would be great. But,
Facts.
you know, that's again,
it's a pipe dream.
A fantasy. Yeah, it's a fantasy pipe dream. That'd be nice. But either way, with this news of Constantine, you know, with Constantine coming back out with Keanu Reeves and whatnot, remember we talked, it was a while back that we broke the news that J.J. Abrams was coming out with a version of Constantine on HBO Max. And that also included a spinoff on that. Both of those are canned.
Done.
So
Dunzo.
they are no longer moving forward. So it seems like they really are trimming the fat. They're not investing any more into the story arc that they were before. And, you know, they're moving forward with the things that work. And just kind of just, like you said, just moving along, trying to get to that point where someone else can acquire them and do these movies justice. So
that's got to be the right call, though. Sometimes you need to trim the fat and say, let's get rid of all the bullshit. We got to focus on what's going to make money, what's going to drive fans, like get asses in the theater. Like that's not a bad thing necessarily. And I'm okay with that if that's what it takes. I mean, I'm sure, you know, before Iron Man came out, I'm sure the MCU had to do something similar and say, hey, where are we going? What are we getting? We're not making any more fucking Spawn movies. Like, it's time for the MCU. Like, do what you got to do, clean house, get your shit together, and let's see some fucking content.
I just read some shit like that, and funny that you mentioned Iron Man. I read something recently that said that I forgot who owned the Iron Man name.
Yeah.
Before it fell back to Marvel, but whatever company that was, apparently at the time, they decided that they were gonna just let the, they were just gonna let it
see something
fall back into Marvel's hands because the people behind it felt like Iron Man wasn't a good what was it? Iron Man wasn't a good story.
It didn't make sense.
No,
right?
it didn't make sense because Iron Man's suit is way too heavy to fly.
Iron's too heavy to fly.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb.
I saw multiple tweets about that.
And that decision was the beginning of what is now like the greatest franchise of possibly all time.
It just goes to show you these boardrooms, these fucking stuffy meetings that are had to discuss the future of whatever it is. Like, what do they fucking mean? Honestly, like,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what have we missed out on because some dipshit was like, oh yeah, that doesn't make sense. Like, fuck.
We always bring it up because we're Rochester folk, but Kodak. Don't make the mistake that Kodak made.
Digital photos, get fucked.
Now we have cameras on all our phones.
Right. All digital.
Yeah, all
just for the record.
Yep. So, let's see. What else do we have? Good news.
Oh.
The voice work for Invincible is season 2 is completed, and season 3 is now underway. They're working on.
They're laying down voice work for season 3 already.
They're already laying down the voice work for season 3.
I like it.
And this has been confirmed. So, but they already laid down the voice work for season 2. They're just laying down the animation. Can't wait.
Damn.
We've been waiting for Invincible for a minute, bro.
Invincible dropped during the peak Pando, right?
I have to rewatch that.
Right in that
So good.
that area, that time.
Yeah.
So I feel like it has been a couple years since we've fucking seen any Invincible, and it sort of struck right after The Boys hit, The Boys ended, and Amazon was like, hey,
Gave the same vibes.
check out this cartoon, which is kind of like The Boys, and we're like, yo, that fucks, dude. Let's fuck with that. And then nothing for 2 years after that shit ended. And I'm not going to read was it 2021? Early.
March of 2021.
Okay. So it'll be a couple years probably before from when that dropped.
Yeah.
Until we
absolutely.
see the next season.
Yeah, and the fact that they greenlit season 2 and 3 at the same time allowed them to lay the voice work for season 2 and season 3. So
That's pretty dope.
It's always a good sign.
It's good, but at least we know we're that much closer where all of the audio has been laid down, and it's just putting the shit together in post now. So I'm excited.
It's funny. The Invincible Twitter account, the Invincible HQ Twitter account.
Yeah, I follow that
posted.
account.
So did you see that they posted that Twitter : announce season 2, you cowards. Invincible HQ : how about seasons 2 and 3 confirmed?
Yep. I do remember seeing that. Fuck.
Yeah. If you haven't seen
But
Invincible,
fucking
you better go watch it.
no date.
Yeah,
yet.
no date.
Oh.
No. Not even
Hells
close.
yeah, go fucking watch Invincible if you haven't.
I've
yet.
watched it twice. I think I watched it once by myself and once because Ash caught an episode and
to
she's
go
like,
back.
I like that. And I was like, okay, let's watch it again.
Yeah, I need to go back.
Oh, so I'll probably watch it again before
It's one of
the
the
next shit
best
comes out.
Written shows.
Absolutely.
It just says season 2 premiere in 2023. So at least
2023. Okay.
we're almost to 2023.
It
always sounds like it's so fucking far, but we're almost in 2023.
Not anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, so
It's right around the corner, guys.
we're almost there.
It's gonna be New Year's Eve before you know it.
We're almost there. Another thing that has been announced is the fact, and I'm not sure if I'm excited for this because it's a hit or miss franchise, but Amazon officially announces that Blade Runner 2099, a live action series based on the popular franchise, will be releasing on their platform. And they said naturally it will take place 50 years after Denis Villeneuve's Blade Runner 2049. So
no,
It's pronounced Denis Villeneuve.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
He's correcting me.
He's a
Denis
French dude.
Villeneuve.
me as
My
well.
bad.
It's your turn.
And
He's
Ridley-
waiting for that. It's like, please let him say the name wrong so I can jump in and
for
correct
sure.
his bitch ass.
He's a dick like that. That's fine. Ridley Scott and the writer of 2049, Michael Green, will serve as
Denis.
executive producers.
I mean,
So no
I don't know how
Gosling?
I feel
No
about
Gosling?
this.
That's what we just because
No,
it's 50
this-
years
yeah, it's
later.
gonna be
years
50
later.
years
Well, I
after.
mean, I guess he
Old-
could be, and he's.
old
I don't
fucking-
remember exactly how the fucking thing ended because
No.
it's so damn long.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
so long.
But I mean, he's a fucking robot, so he could be in.
I was gonna
it,
say,
guess.
right? If he's a fucking android,
But
Spoiler.
I don't know. There's oh yeah, my bad.
Nah, you're good.
Then, I mean, that's literally like the
That
same
was-
spoiler
yeah,
from the
yeah.
original.
Fred Harris. Like, how could we not see that coming? We watched it. It was like, oh, is he a fucking android too? Oh,
Right.
got me.
Yes, and that's the thing is I feel like the original was dope. The 2049 was visually cool. Like there was a lot of dope visuals, and they made kind of that world of Blade Runner look a little bit more immersive and look a little bit more real because of what you can do with CG now. But the story was
slow.
I mean,
Both of them were very slow.
just like Dune. It's just exactly the same shit he's doing with Dune, which is like, it's slow, it's drawn out. You got to really be into these long dramas. And you know, I honestly, I don't think that's the world of 2023 and beyond. I hope these guys do something good. I don't know how it could live as a TV show, but then again, like
Lord of the
give it a
Rings.
shot.
Look at Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
you guys
Rings
watching
and House
Lord
of the
Rings?
Dragon are some of the most popular shows on TV right now.
And
And
House
they're
of the
pretty long
Dragon
now.
is fucking
Yeah, it's really good. I haven't seen the latest episode. Oh, and not to mention that tomorrow, by the time this airs, by the time this airs, you would already have
So
seen
yesterday,
the first episode.
Yesterday, Andor
Oh,
aired.
For us tomorrow.
Yeah.
Everything takes a back seat to Andor.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
This is-
I will be so far behind on Hot D, as Dave likes to call it.
Whoa. I give initials. You guys put words to it. You guys assigned the hot D to it. That was not me.
Bro, you capitalize the H and the D only.
You capitalize the H and the D.
You don't capitalize the of the. It's house and dragon. Those are the important words that you need to capitalize.
Yeah, well, the initials that you're putting is Hot D.
I didn't say hot D though. I would never verbalize it like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's gonna have to take a back seat once Andor drops.
No, I'm watching all of it, but Andor is definitely.
I'm watching all of it.
But Andor is definitely gonna be that. Like fuck, he saw this already.
That 6 a.m. watching it on the treadmill show.
Yep.
Am I correct in someone mentioning that there was multiple episodes dropping on day one?
Oh, that's
Was
I
there?
believe so.
That might have. That might have.
3-episode premiere.
That might have been a different show. I feel like where you were, because I remember that conversation. I remember you being surprised.
Oh no, you were
That was
talking
Housemaids.
about
Handmaid's Tale. You were like, "There's 2." Is that what you were thinking of?
No.
Okay.
That has been
Andor
really
will
good by
premiere with
That
the
has been.
first 3 episodes being released.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
But you
Okay.
did do that with Handmaid's Tale. You were
I
surprised.
did do that with Handmaids, yes.
Handmaids
But
is really
it was
fucking
last
good,
week's
too.
episode. I remember Casey mentioned it, and I was like, no, what? And yeah, 3 episodes, and it's a 12-episode first season.
Damn.
Which, you know, I'm not usually hyped
I
on
said
anything
that's
that
too
goes
many.
over 10.
Over 2.
But the fact that they're dropping 3 at once gives me a little bit, okay, well, it's actually, now I only got to watch 9 more episodes. So
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. I hope they don't drag it out, honestly. But
I hope they don't either.
this shit got me so hyped
There's
that
going to be filler. Come on.
it might pass the Daredevil test.
Another
Season 1, at least.
another piece of another rumor that and I don't have the slide with me, but I think I brought it up to you. Another rumor is that confirmed by someone attached to the project is that Foggy Nelson is returning.
Oh, yes.
From the original Daredevil series. He will reprise his role as Foggy Nelson on Daredevil Born Again, which I'm excited about.
I heard a similar rumor, which I sent about the dude who played Bullseye
Yes.
in the series.
Yeah.
That he was going to reprise his role as well.
I
So a
feel
lot
like
of-
it was in the same, like, tweet or whatever that you sent.
And that's
Was it?
so it was no I don't believe so. I think but either way it seems like it's exactly what they said. It's a soft
Reboot. Yeah.
where they're like they want these like they loved all of the characters and the people involved, but they again did not want it attached to the rest of the Defenders series. So they're just, you know, creating new stories with these same with the same actors, same people. So
I don't know if it's
I'm down for
in your news at all, but in the same vein, I heard Jessica Jones. What's her face? I don't remember what her name is.
I forgot her name.
She was supposed to reprise her role as Jessica Jones in the new Daredevil, and I guess because of scheduling conflicts, they said they were going to bring back John Barenthal as the Punisher instead. in her role. And that was something I saw today. I forget if it was Twitter, Instagram, one of the random accounts. So take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I know the way he said it.
What?
What?
That gives me like. I mean,
you didn't like
yes,
John Barenthal?
For John Barenthal,
Okay.
no. Yes, for John Barenthal as Punisher.
Yeah.
But as an afterthought, because the Jessica Jones actress couldn't fucking make the schedule. That's
Sus.
That would
Yeah.
thinking about where the MCU is right now and how everything in this phase has been female driven, has been POC, mainly female driven. I can see that was their first choice for
Bring back those white males. Bring back those white males.
I think Barenthal
with the SS pins.
Yeah.
I don't think
the
Barenthal
waffle
was an
SS.
afterthought. I think Barenthal was part of the plan anyway, but
Yeah.
what really happened is that they
He probably
brought
got
Just
more
wasn't gonna be a part of
prominent.
Daredevil.
More
they
prominent.
well they
role.
brought him they brought him a little bit sooner than they wanted to bring the Punisher back.
Okay.
That's
I
my
hope
thought
so.
on
It
that.
just
I hope so, too.
The way you laid that out is
That was the way it was laid
because
out.
she
That's
couldn't
not the
make
way
it.
that I laid it out.
They
That was how it
decided
was
to bring
presented.
Punisher in. I'm
Right.
like, fuck, dude.
Yeah,
That was literally verbatim the tweet.
this I mean, we have so many female-led MCU characters that it
We
would
really
make
do
sense
now.
that we get a more Hopefully-
Machismo.
no
Can
no
we
no
use
no
the
no.
word
I was
machismo?
gonna say a more exciting version of Jessica Jones, you know, or something. But no, yeah,
They
if she
still
can't
have
make it.
not confirmed Deborah Ann as Karen Page. though.
They have not. No, they have not.
One day.
But slowly but surely,
got it. She's
She's
everyone.
gotta
Yeah.
be. They can't
They haven't.
recast
They
Karen
haven't
Page.
confirmed what's her name either. Rosario Dawson. But she was saying that she was.
She said she was in.
I remember she said some shit.
Oh, she let
said
something slip,
something,
right?
yeah.
She let something slip, and then it was just like, oh no, I was saying that I was
that's
hoping.
right, that's right.
Right, right.
You know.
Okay.
So, you know.
Okay, Rosario.
So you know, I think that entire cast is coming back.
Good.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
The cast fucked.
Yeah, it was good. Last piece of news that I have is apparently, and it's not that exciting to me because they need to let shit die, but apparently with all of the exciting or all the excitement around Cobra Kai and the, you know, that series coming back to life after it was sparked on YouTube, bought by Netflix, and now now it's like is bigger than it's ever been. They've released confirmation that a new Karate Kid movie is in the works for 2024.
Didn't they already reboot it with Jaden Smith? Is this
They did, yeah.
another reboot
Yeah.
outside
They did,
of
but-
that?
Yeah.
That was outside of it. Yeah.
That was outside of it, yeah.
And then
that
this
was a
is-
straight reboot.
And so is this going to be a soft reboot of the original?
no.
Seems
so
like it's going to
is-
be a Karate Kid 4,
Is
right?
Pat Morita alive still?
He is not. No.
He is not.
All right.
no.
I think it has to do. I think it's going to have to do with more with the events that are going on in Cobra Kai, where
Really?
pretty much Daniel LaRusso is.
Are they
the
going
one
to call
that's-
it Cobra Kai?
No,
like
I don't
the
think
movie?
so. I don't think so.
Or are they
Karate
going to call
Kid.
it Karate Kid
It's going to be
4?
Karate Kid. So they said that Karate Kid everything is a cinematic universe now.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. And so they're saying that, yeah, this is going to be a continuation. So the company announced Karate Kid is coming June 7th, 2024. And it's just
That's
going to be
such a specific
and,
date.
And I'm telling you right now, it is more than likely going to be tied into the Karate Kid and something, or not the Karate Kid, Cobra Kai, and the storyline that has to do with that. At least that's my thought. I can't see them rebooting this again with the success that is going on with the show. But
What
who
was
knows?
the last old Karate Kid. Maybe they pick up where the last
Karate
one.
Kid 3.
Karate
Was
Kid
that
3.
with the
What's her
chick
name?
with what's
Yeah.
her face there?
That was with the chick, yeah.
What was her name? What was that chick's?
But he wasn't. Ralph Macchio wasn't in it.
No,
It
he
was
wasn't
just,
in it.
Pat Morita
No.
was in
But
it.
still, like that was the continuation of Karate Kid
Yeah,
1
that
and
was
2.
the
Yeah,
right?
next
because
Karate
it had
Kid.
Miyagi.
Yeah. Oh man, and that movie
the next.
blew too. That was a terrible Karate Kid movie. What was
that
that
was
chick's?
bad.
I can't think of that chick's. It's killing me.
That's the one where she was
Hillary
like-
Swank.
Hillary Swank. Actually, you
Oh
know
my
what?
God, that was Hillary Swank.
Now that
Yes.
now that I think about it, I feel
It
like
wasn't
as a
terrible.
kid I fucked with that movie.
I did fuck with it as a kid, yeah.
But now I'm not fucking with it
94?
anymore. Yeah, no, 94. That's when Pulp Fiction came out.
As an 11-year-old kid, I did fuck with it.
And I probably wanted to smash her at the
no,
time.
I did not see it when it came out. I saw it like on some HBO or something afterwards, and I was like, I'm glad I didn't go to the theater for this fucking movie.
I was into martial arts. I fucked with any karate movie or anything like that came out. I was just like, yep, this is my shit. Gotta watch
Ninjas.
it. Oh, Three Ninjas, dog. Come on. Come on. That needs a reboot. That's due for a reboot, son. Good looks.
We do need a Three
this,
Ninjas.
This actually gives me some. I'm reading this article on what Ralph Macchio was saying, and apparently what he was throwing out there is the idea for a Miyagi origin story or a Cobra Kai prequel before the original Karate Kid. I could deal with that. Like, I don't want to see a fucking Cobra Kai movie, like a movie that just continues the story of what's happening in the series.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, the series is okay, but I'm not that
Okay,
into
yeah,
it.
that's more promising.
I'd be down
But
for
I
the
could-
Miyagi prequel.
I'd be down for a Miyagi, origin
yeah,
story.
that
That'd be
would
lit.
That'd be fire.
Big facts.
But who are they going to get to play Pat Morita? Is they going to just like a younger Steven Yeun?
Yeah,
Steven
something-
Yeun? That's going to be
Somebody like that.
Okay. I'm here for it.
Or no, they could play. Well, I mean, he's Chinese, so that wouldn't work well. But I was gonna say,
What's
the,
Pat Morita? Do we know what his?
the dude from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
And that was going to be my next piece of news, is that the dude from Everything Everywhere, what is it? Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Yes.
Ki Hui Kwan, who we all know originally as, I think it was Short
Round?
Or Short Round, yes.
Short Round.
And,
he was in the
Indiana
Goonies.
Jones.
Yeah.
Yes, and in the Goonies. He has actually been cast for Loki 2. Loki
Which
season
is
2.
dope.
Yeah.
Yes.
I fuck with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he could play a young. Now that he's in the know and he's somebody who is respected and all that stuff. Yeah, could be him.
Did you guys watch Everything
Could also be
Everywhere, All at
Donnie
Once?
Donnie Yen.
Oh, I like that too.
I did not. I've been dying to watch it.
Oh, it's so
And
good.
I
That was
haven't
so
had
good.
the time to sit there for a movie for that.
That was
one.
one of my favorites from the past
Which
year.
one?
Everything
Everywhere, all at
Oh
once.
yes.
You
Oh,
did see
I saw
that?
it.
Oh yeah. Did you like
I
that?
did see it.
I'm gonna rewatch.
I had to see it in two parts because I started watching it with my in-laws, and there was a lot of subtitles at the beginning.
Yeah.
and they were like, "Do we gotta read the whole
Do
movie?"
we gotta read that one?
And I was like, I didn't realize that so much of this
Yeah.
movie was in Mandarin. So we ended up like stopping it halfway and watching something else. But I ended up going back to it and finishing it, and I thought it was amazing. It
Yeah.
was pretty dope. It was a wild ass concept. It was definitely a lot of pausing and rewinding to kind of wait, what just happened?
I'm saying it.
But
I'm not going the rest of the week without watching
it was good.
You're gonna watch it before
I'm not
the
gonna-
next
I'm-
pod. You're
I'm
gonna
not-
report back.
Yeah, I'm not going to let
All
this
right.
week
All right.
go without watching.
That might be on a Plex, I think.
It might be.
I think that's where I caught it, is on someone's Plex.
Yeah, facts.
Always a good Plex.
All right. Do we have anything else to add to this stellar conversation, gentlemen?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not fucking with
Just
anything. Like
wanna
I tried to
say,
think of fucking with.
Kudos. I'm not fucking with anything except crying babies.
Word.
Feel you, there, bro.
And yeah, that's it.
All right.
Word.
Well, we fuck with your crying baby, okay, buddy?
Hell yeah.
So
Absolutely.
we get you. Trust me, I know. I feel your pain. All right. So since we have nothing else to add to it, guys, remember that if you enjoyed this podcast and you made it this far, that means you really fuck with us and we fuck with you. But if you made it this far, please at least go the extra round and hit that the rate and review button. Give us a nice little review. We enjoy it when you do it. So make us happy, please. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.
Yes.
Hit that thumbs up. Let us know how you liked the episode, what you didn't like about the episode. We don't give a fuck. We just want you to interact with us.
Facts.
All right? We love it. If you want to cop some gear, which we will be, we need to revamp.
We need to drop
update
some
stuff.
some new.
But if you want to cop anything to rep the podcast out in the world, go to insensitivemerch.com and stay drippy with Drippy. All right. Other than that, thank you so much for listening to the show. We appreciate you each and every week. We love you. Peace.
Peace.